that was Jay Waddell with his usual day fantasy. Like I said, late home runs, Reggie Jack, kissed off Porzingis. You know, he struck gold with all of those. So let's take a quick break, pay some bills. We'll be right back and talk about the rest of the games on Sunday. This is the morning tip-off on live on Spreaker.
Are you looking for a fun experience on the water with your family? Bring them to the Orlando Water Sports Complex, located off Highway 528 near OIA. The Orlando Water Sports Complex provides an experience you won't soon forget, featuring cable wakeboarding, as well as the Super Air Nautique G23, the world's best wakeboarding and wake surfing boat for guests to enjoy. For more info, visit actionparks.com. That's AKTIONPARKS.com. And tell them Full Court Press sent you.
Listeners, now I know you've heard of this up-and-coming brand Hoop Culture, which is headquartered right here in Orlando, Florida. But here's something that you didn't know. They're opening a flagship store in Fashion Square Mall, downstairs right in front of the movie theater. That's right, the brand that has brought you the iconic Eat Sleep Ball design is bringing their streetwear brand to retail. Stay ahead of the fashion trends. Go visit them online at hoopculture.com or follow them at Hoop Culture. Our listeners save 30% off your next order. Use the code RADIO at checkout.
Looking to expand your reach and following in all platforms of media? Need a jumpstart in expanding your brand to all markets across the world? Sofo is here for you. Sofo means something for everyone, and they help expand your business through all platforms of media. Need to grow on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram? Their experienced team expands your brand and puts your business in places you would have never been before. Call Sofo at 407-607-9862 or follow Sofo LLC on Instagram. Are you looking for your dream home? Or are you looking to move out of your current home and find the home to start the next chapter of your life? Look no further. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty is your go-to guy to help you with all your needs. Specializing in West Orange County, Lake County, and Ocoee, his goal is to take care of you from the beginning to the end and is not satisfied until the job is complete. Stop by 401 West Colonial Drive, Suite 7, or give him a call, 321-945-6832. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty.
Welcome to Late Night Parents. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education fields. We even do product reviews and giveaways. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then you can check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. Catch us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That's Late Night Parents. The site is latenightparents.com.
We are back for the morning tip-off. I'm your host, Danny Thompson. 8:20 in the morning, November 9th, 2015. We're talking about everything that happened over the weekend in NBA. So we talked about the Pistons in segment 1. Let's talk about the Oklahoma City. Once again, the Thunder take care of business at home, 120 to 124, 1-3 over Sun. Russell Westbrook, again, being Russell, 21 points, 13 assists, and 6 rebounds. Westbrook is the NBA's leader in assists. Of all people, you talk about assist leaders, it's Russell Westbrook. Westbrook averaging a career high 11 assists a game, 26-point game. He's up in MVP talks first part of the season. Not to mention some guy named Kevin Durant, 32 points on 12 of 19 shooting, efficient, 11 rebounds, took over the game down the stretch. The Thunder do what the Thunder do best. You get the dynamic duo going, and then you get 21 points from Enes Kanter off the bench. You got 19 from waiters, and this is what makes the Thunder dangerous. They got 47 points off the bench last night. 21 from Kenner, 19 from waiters, lead the way. Ibaka, 10 points. Really, this was about Cade and Westbrook doing what they do, they involved, and then the rest of the guys doing what they had to do. Suns, 28 points from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe also had 11 assists. Really, it wasn't much outside of Bledsoe. Markieff Morris, 19 points. Brandon Knight struggled, 6 of 14 shooting, 14 points. Really, the key game was Tyson Chandler was out of the game. He didn't do much. I mean, he had 8 rebounds in 24 minutes, but really didn't contribute much. And his main job is to be the rim protector. And really, if you're not rim protecting, he doesn't need him on the floor. And the rebounding edge, 52-33 for the Thunder. If the Thunder out-rebound you by 19, you're not going to come close. And the crazy part is the Thunder was 4 of 20 from the three-point line. So they didn't get done behind the line, but they still shot 52% from the floor. Thunder go now 4-3, stop the losing streak, and the Suns go 3-4. And really, the Suns are going to be an up and down team all year. They'll have good games, bad games. Tonight was just one of them. Like I said, we talked Knicks earlier. Let's talk about the Miami Heat. The Heat extend the Raptors' 2-game losing streak, 96-76 at home yesterday. The Heat dominated. Hassan Whiteside, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 6 blocks. Chris Bosh, 23 and 8, knocked out 4 3-pointers. Dwayne Wade, quiet 12 points, but really the major story in this game was really Whiteside effectively defending Jonas Valanciunas. Valanciunas had 16 in the first half, finished the game with 1 point outside the first half, and really Whiteside's defense led to the Heat offense, which led to the Heat running up and down Tyler Johnson, Justice Winslow, Mario Chalmers, and the team was just fast breaking all over the Raptors. The Raptors, after starting out 5-0, have looked flat in the last 2 games. I was there on Friday night, where the first half, 10 of 43 shooting against Orlando, and really that pretty much set in stone. They came back late, especially in the third quarter, but really the Heat really turned it up in the third quarter, and the Raptors, in the beginning of the week, were the best team in the East, and now they're starting to slide back. Raptors, 3 of 19 from the three-point line. That telling story. If you're not hitting shots, you're not getting buckets. And really, the Raptors, like I said, Valanciunas, 17 points, but really, the big story for the Raptors was DeRozan and Lowry going 9 of 30 from the floor. DeRozan at 5 of 14, Lowry at 4 of 16. Lowry did have 8 assists, 8 rebounds, but really, if they're not getting their big guys to score, and Terrence Ross, then that's pretty much it. The Heat go to the year at 5-2, and 4-3, coming off their loss against Indiana, their victory over Indiana on Friday night, and the Raptors go to 5-2. So really, the Heat won at home. They held Toronto to 39% on the floor, and Whiteside just dominated in the post. The Heat players just Whiteside block everything, and when the Heat do that, they win. Speaking of the Pacers, they fall short to the Cavs, 101-97 at the Q in Cleveland. Cleveland's 6-1. Kevin Love led the Cavs last night, 22 points, 19 rebounds, had 18 and 12 into the second half alone. LeBron, 29 points, 6 rebounds, and really in this game, it was all about LeBron and Kevin Love doing, the dynamic duo type things. They got 16 and 8 from Tristan Thompson, and even Mozgov hit a 3-pointer, his 7th of his career. But the Cavs, from start to finish, prove why they're still one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NBA. Love was blocking shots. He had 3 of them. But really, Kevin Love, the 19 rebounds, he hit 3-pointers, 9-19 from floor. And so, if you're getting games like that from LeBron and K-Love, it's going to be kind of hard to beat them. And for the Pacers, Paul George, everywhere. 32 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. I mean, putting up big numbers throughout the entire year. His season average is 23, 9, and almost 4.5 per game, assist wise. And Monte Ellis finally stepped out of the shooting slump. I mean, a career low 37.6 going into the game last night, 10 and 17 from the floor, 25 points, 5 rebounds. This is the Monte Ellis we expected when he signed Indiana to give the Pacers a second big punch after George. But Jordan Hill, in any game when Jordan Hill takes 15 shots, it's a problem. Hill did have 11 rebounds, 7 offensive, but you cannot take 15 shots from Jordan Hill and expect to be a competitive basketball game. You got to give credit to the Cavs shutting down defense in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. And when you shut a team down, especially when you keep them 43% from the floor, you're going to basketball games. Now, what the Pacers did do wrong was they went 68% from the line, and they couldn't hit any three-pointers down the stretch. Otherwise, it was a pretty evenly matched game. Pacers go to 3-4. Cavs are at 6-1. So the two best teams in the East, one win, one lose, and everybody is catching the Atlanta Hawks. Speaking of the best team, it's the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks are now 7-1. They had a huge back-to-back over the weekend, especially on Friday night. Friday, winning it on Friday, but really win the big game on Saturday against the Washington Wizards. The Wizards, a team that was just beat the Spurs during the week. And really, the Hawks, they lost DeMar Carroll to Toronto, but the emergence of Kent Bazemore has been the real story for the Hawks. Yes, you have Teague. Yes, you have Horford. Dennis Schroeder. Paul Millsap is everywhere. But really, the emergence of Kent Bazemore filling in for DeMar Carroll has been the big story. Cephalosha is still coming back from injury. TLS players knew. Tim Hardaway Jr. hadn't seen the floor. So everything Bazemore has done has been a reflection of how good Bazemore is, one, and two, how good Coach Bud's system is as well. So a light night in the NBA last night. Went over all the games. So we're going to take a quick break, and let's go over tonight's games. We have 7 on tap tonight, including a very interesting one out in Oakland. We're talking Pistons, Warriors. After the break, 407-378-3717. This is the Morning Tip-Off on Spreaker.
Are you looking for a fun experience on the water with your family? Bring them to the Orlando Water Sports Complex, located off Highway 528 near OIA. The Orlando Water Sports Complex provides an experience you won't soon forget, featuring cable wakeboarding, as well as the Super Air Nautique G23, the world's best wakeboarding and wake surfing boat for guests to enjoy. For more info, visit actionparks.com. That's AKTIONPARKS.com. And tell them Full Court Press sent you.
Listeners, now I know you've heard of this up-and-coming brand Hoop Culture, which is headquartered right here in Orlando, Florida. But here's something that you didn't know. They are opening a flagship store in Fashion Square Mall, downstairs right in front of the movie theater. That's right, the brand that has brought you the iconic Eat Sleep Ball design is bringing their streetwear brand to retail. Stay ahead of the fashion trends. Go visit them online at hoopculture.com or follow them at Hoop Culture. Our listeners save 30% off your next order. Use the code RADIO at checkout.
Looking to expand your reach and following in all platforms of media? Need a jumpstart in expanding your brand to all markets across the world? Sofo is here for you. Sofo means something for everyone, and they help expand your business through all platforms of media. Need to grow on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram? Their experienced team expands your brand and puts your business in places you would have never been before. Call Sofo at 407-607-9862 or follow Sofo LLC on Instagram.
Welcome to Late Night Parents. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education fields. We even do product reviews and giveaways. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then you can check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. Catch us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That's Late